Hey guys, D.Bowie here, and this is 5 things I learned with Miracles, Dendi's, and Arteezy's Storm. The first thing we're going to talk about is how to approach teamfights. Storm is considered to be more of a skirmish and ganking type of hero than a teamfight-oriented hero. We can see how Miracle manages to engage in a very dangerous teamfight without dying. Just a few seconds before, Enigma used his black hole, so the two big disables he needs to keep an eye on are the Burrow Strike and Stormbolt. Pay attention to how much time Miracle waits until he engages in that fight. First, Stormbolt is used and it has a 13-second cooldown. Since Sand King apparently didn't use or was saving his stun, Miracle starts the fight by focusing him. Check how he uses small jumps to abuse the cast time of Stormbolt and Malefice that have relatively high cast points. Even though he eventually gets stunned, 3 people are dead already and there is not enough damage to kill him. In this other replay, we see Arteezy baiting the global silence. He jumps the draw, and it's clear he is not really committing because he didn't even bother using his Orchid on her. He doesn't manage to bait the global silence right away and pops his BKB, but check how he instantly commits after he sees that the Legion is out of position. Legion is the only hard lockdown on the Dire team, because he knows that the Gust cooldown is not up yet. Because of that, he also doesn't use the Orchid on the Draw Ranger to save it for the Invoker, getting even more kills. Going back to the Miracle replay, we can see now that Enigma has Black Hole, and engaging is a little bit more challenging now. Or is it? This time he has vision of Sven farming bot, and after seeing that the Arrow and Burrow Strike got committed, he commits with Orchid right away on the Enigma, and they get the kill, they bait the buyback and disengage right after. Crispy play. The next thing we're going to talk about is pickoffs. This is one of the main strengths of Storm, being able to get heroes seemingly not out of position and kill them fast. One thing that we can see Dendi, Arteezy and Miracle always trying to do is predicting the movements of their enemies. Check how they always click the cursor a little bit ahead of where that hero is. If you try to click exactly where the hero is, there is a chance you won't be able to hit that hero before you reach that spot and slow him with your passive. By predicting their enemies' movements, they waste way less mana to get those kills. Another thing they do is wait for the enemies to use skills or commit to animations before starting. Here Miracle bets on the Arc Warden being too busy microing his second hero and almost gets the kill. You can clearly see that Arc Warden was confused and took some time before reacting, which was almost enough for the kill. Mana management is key to be able to play a good Storm Spirit. In this first clip, Dendi's decision making is on point. They find the Phantom Assassin seemingly alone, and they have glimpses, silences and stuns, so the only mana he uses is 1 jump and 1 remnant to get that kill. When they retreat, he also only uses a small jump. Right after that, Dendi sees that Bane is pretty far away and then engages on the Tinker with his Electric Vortex. In this other clip, we see Miracle abusing small jumps and the greed from the Radiant team of killing him to get enough mana regen back to then turn the fight in his favor. By using small jumps and making sure that the remnants are used pretty close to the enemy, he gets kills that seem completely out of reach. In this other clip, we see him double stacking camps, and instead of using the ult to stack both camps, he used the vision from the remnant, spending only 100 mana. instead of maybe 300 if he tried to jump to that camp to stack it. Now we're going to talk about Fog. Despite being very mobile and hard to catch, one of the weaknesses of Storm Spirit is his cast time animation on Ball Lightning, especially against skills like Cold Snap and sometimes Battery Assault and Malefice. In this clip, Invoker tries to place the EMP before the Cold Snap and use Cold Snap to cancel the Ball Lightning cast time. But by using the Fog, Arteezy ends up baiting both Global Silence and EMP. In this other clip, we see the same situation. Invoker wants to place the EMP first to guarantee that the Earn plus Cold Snap combo will make Arteezy lose all his mana. His greed works against him though, because again we see him using the Fog to be able to cast his ult safely. Finally, we're going to talk again about mana management, but a very specific one. Storm Spirit players can get pretty lazy, using his ult through long distances and ending up with no mana to work with. But something that I noticed is how these players walk a lot and try to use the mana regen in their favor. In this clip, they are chasing a Phantom Assassin, and Dendi has almost no mana. Instead of using all his mana straight away and risking missing the PA with his attack and then just getting slowed and losing the kill, see how much he walks before ulting. Also, he does that when the cooldown from his Soul Ring is almost done, to make sure he could land a static Vortex and secure the kill. Here, after getting the Enigma kill, instead of committing to one big and long jump, risking getting chased by Blink Sven, Sand King, and even Mirana Leap, he walks, waits on mana regen, and commits to small jumps for one reason. When the enemy team commits with their Blink Daggers or Mirana Leap, he can change directions and be 100% safe, while if he commits to one big jump, there's still chance they can get to him since he didn't have too much mana. Okay guys, this is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If this is your first time in my channel, subscribe to it. I'm making videos like this every day and I'm sure something here will spark your interest. And if you really like my channels, please check my Patreon rewards and see if any of them are of your liking. Bye!